this is Parth, and in this video let's talk about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset. And if you know guys, this chipset is just announced recently by Qualcomm. So let's go through this and see what are the features that has been implemented by Qualcomm. So now let's first start with the architecture, and here it is still an octa-core chip, but the way they have implemented this cores, it is little bit different. Now we have a most powerful cores, that is a ARM Cortex X1, that is a new core, and it is clocked at a 2.82 gigahertz. So it is the highest frequency that this CPU has. And other three cores, it is clocked at a 2.4 gigahertz. And next to last four cores that has been clocked at the 1.8 gigahertz, and it is a Cortex A55 cores, and the middle cores is a Cortex A78 core. So this is how this architecture has been made, and it is 64-bit architecture, and considering this is built on the 5 nanometer process, it will be more power efficient as compared to the older Snapdragon 800 series CPUs. Now let's talk about display. Now this new chipset will have support for the Quad HD display at the 144 Hz. So that is a new thing that they have added. And also we have a 4K display support at regular 60 Hz. This is common. And now we have support for the 10-bit color gamut. So in the display front, I will be very keen to know that how the manufacturers will implement this specially Quad HD display with a 144 Hz, because if you see Quad HD display, the pixel per inch will be increased, and at a 144 Hz, so the battery life will be interesting to see. So now let's talk about memory, and here they have added the support for the LPDDR5 RAM that is supports up to 3200 megahertz. So the frequency of this RAM is increased up to the 3200 megahertz, and also the size of the RAM that has been increased up to the 16 GB. So now you can have more RAM in your smartphone. Now let's talk about connectivity, and in this department also we are getting a major upgrade. So we are now having support for the Wi-Fi 6 and the Wi-Fi 6E as well. Also in terms of a Bluetooth, we are now getting the Bluetooth 5.2. So in terms of connectivity, if you see, then we have now new modem, Snapdragon X60 modem. So if we talk about networks and connectivity, we will be getting major update in this SoC. Also, Qualcomm claims that if the network conditions are good enough, we can get a 5G network speeds up to 7.5 Gbps, which is very good. But it will obviously be in the practical scenario. It will depend on your network also and your device also. Now let's talk about one of the main aspects, that is camera. In the camera front, this is, I feel, one of the major area that Qualcomm has excelled. And now we are getting the new ISP, that is the image signal processor, and we are now getting Spectra 580 ISP, which is again claimed to be taken photos up to the 28 megapixel for the triple camera. So we can have up to 28 megapixel, let's say 28 megapixel of one and the 12 megapixel of two. So we can have a 28 megapixel of a 3 camera. And if we talk about dual cameras, then we have 64 megapixel plus 24 megapixel. So this is the highest megapixel we can get in the dual camera setup. And also if we want to have a single camera, then we can also have up to 84 megapixel. So it is a good. And also if we talk about video, then we have a video recording up to the 30 fps with a triple camera of a 28 megapixel. And if we talk about dual camera, then also we have at the 30 fps for the 64 megapixel and the 25 megapixel of dual camera. So now new Spectra 580 ISP claims to have up to 2.7 Gbps of speed. So I think if we use this processor in any smartphone, then there will be no stutter lag or very less stutter lag as compared to the mid-range processor or the older Snapdragon 800 series processors. Now let's talk about gaming. In the gaming front, we have now the new improved Adreno 660 GPU as compared to the 650 or 630 of the older processors, and Qualcomm claims that This will be boost up the GPU performance up to the 35%, and we can have a better touch sampling rate at up to 20%. So for the gamers also, this CPU will support the HDR gaming. So in the GPU department also, it will be interesting if Asus will launch the ROG series of the phones, whatever they will call next. Then it will be interesting to test how much this chipset will fare against the especially in the gaming department. Also, if we talk about small here and there things, then this this processor will support the Qualcomm Quick Charge 5, and also it will support the basic navigation facilities like GPS, GLONASS, Navic and Galileo also. And this one has a support for the regular USB Type-C port and the USB 3.1 port. So this was the story about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor. What do you guys think about this processor? I do think that this is a major upgrade over the Snapdragon 800 series processor, especially if we compare this to the Snapdragon 865 and even the 855. But it will remains to see if smartphone manufacturers implement this kind of features in the flagship smartphone. Obviously, Samsung will implement this, but it will be interesting if the Asus and the brands like OnePlus and Xiaomi will implement these features to them. Especially, I will be keen to know that if they can employ the Quad HD display at the 144 Hz, then it will be interesting to see the power of this chipset, and also in terms of battery life, how it will be fair. So that's it from this video, guys. I hope to see you in my next video. Till then, like, share and subscribe to this channel, and stay home, stay safe. I will catch up you soon.